morning, everybody, and welcome back. We're doing a special patron requested review. William, aka Dumile, who's had some really good picks as of late, picked this movie. Uncle Bill, you excited to talk about it? It's called Frownland from 2008.
I'm not positive that I've had least amount of fun watching a film since Skinamarink as I trying to watch this.
I think it's better than Skinamarink.
I mean, yeah, at least it does have like, stuff that happens in it. It's not just like straight line kind of shots of different things disappearing, but not much happens in it. It's like Napoleon Dynamite without it being funny.
Yeah, it's listed as a comedy / drama. I mean, I can kind of see drama, I guess. I didn't see anything.
How the hell's it a comedy?
I didn't see anything that was funny in it. It's like an hour and 45-minute movie directed by Ronald Bronstein, who did do some successful films, a lot of which we've already reviewed by request of people here on Patreon. Writer and editor for Heaven Knows What, Good Time, and Uncut Gems. This is the only movie he ever directed. So he's not done anything since then.
I could see why.
Frownland came out like 2007, 2008, depending on where you look. From the minute this movie starts, you're like, what the fuck? And you're like, what the fuck throughout the rest of the movie. It's an hour and, like I said, 45 minutes. Since I did take notes, I guess I can cry. It doesn't have a plot. It really doesn't. But we can
if you look it up on hold on, because I thought this was fucking hilarious. Because I looked it up on IMDb just because I was like, what could they say about this movie? And here, let me tell you, if you look it up on IMDb, this is what it says for the plot synopsis. Listen. Okay. About a door-to-door coupon salesman who eats popcorn and eggs off the folded out door of his kitchen oven. That's their plot synopsis.
When does he even do that?
That's what it says.
So the main guy in the movie is Keith, played by Doorman. I'm not kidding you. That's the name. That's his name, Doorman. He's like a socially awkward guy. He's kind of aware that he's annoying. He's got issues. He makes a living selling like coupons for multiple sclerosis or something like that. Trying to raise money for multiple sclerosis. So the movie, basically, the best way to describe it is it's basically just following his life for a few days. That's what it is. It's not like a regular movie in that there's some reason for it to exist.
That's the part that I think kind of got me is like, most movies you have like an opening that sets up the movie, then you have some sort of conflict or something that's going to be resolved somewhere or another, and then like how that conflict gets resolved in an ending. This really is just like somebody filmed a normal guy that doesn't have anything in particular like exciting going on for like a couple of days. And that's the whole movie. Like you're just there with him, documentary style. Yeah. He's literally a coupon salesman that goes door to door and it just, that's all it focuses on is him just kind of being depressed and being a coupon salesman and like just day to day, like taking a shower, going out,
it's just day to day struggles over the span of a few days. It was originally released, and this is surprising to me because Criterion does release a lot of artsy fartsy movies, but man, they're a lot better than this. Most of them are, even like some of the worst ones that I've seen. That's Criterion, so I'm kind of shocked that they picked this up. Like, it doesn't seem like something they would touch, but they released it on DVD. The movie doesn't really even have that much dialogue in it.
No. And it reminded me a lot in a way of Uncut Gems, just because like his whole persona is just this super anxious guy. Like he walks around the movie most of the time with like his hand on his head, just kind of like, freaking out about stuff and just being socially anxious and awkward.
Do you think that guy played a good role playing like somebody?
Yeah, I mean, I guess acting wise, you really couldn't tell that he was acting. Like he just seemed like that was actually what you were seeing. But in terms of like a movie, I was just like, how you imagine like getting together with like 5 or 6 people and just being like, this is what we're gonna watch. People would look at you like you were fucking insane. Like,
Right.
I mean, who is
Yeah.
this movie for? That's the only thing I kept trying to like figure out through the whole thing.
Yeah. There's not a, like I said, not a plot. And some funny aspects too. It makes it even worse, really. This movie took 6 years to make. I read about that. And the first cut of the film, Uncle Bill, was 4 hours long.
Can you imagine? What did they cut out? It seemed like
Yeah. I don't know.
him
It
taking
was
his shit. I mean, what would be like?
much like those other movies, though, the ones that he was writer and editor on. It's set in New York City. The whole movie is. So yeah, I mean, this guy Keith, Doorman plays, is just socially awkward. He is annoying as hell throughout most of the movie, but it was very accurate. I think that his portrayal of that, and we've got experience dealing with people like that because
Yeah,
there's a lot of people over the years at these conventions that were like that. I ain't going to name names, but you guys can guess at who they were. So yeah, I mean, I felt that like portrayal of somebody that has that kind of anxiety and shit like that was pretty accurate. Um, but this movie is no good. It's
no.
it was a chore to get through. I watched it at work today. And I tried watching previews for it like a month ago, and I was like, man, like I really don't understand why, you know, you'd be interested in what we had to say about a movie like this. I mean, unless he's just fucking like ribbing us or something. I don't really know. But I mean, we review anything, but this is one of those that I just didn't get at all. I'll just say that. I didn't understand it.
I tell you how my viewing experience with this went. Like, I was watching in there in the living room, and periodically, like Savannah would walk through, and she'd be like, "What in the hell is this? Like, what are you watching?" I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. Really, like, not really anything. It's just there. Like,
Yeah.
I
saw
mean,
there was a reviewer online, and I wrote this down too, that saw it when it debuted at South by Southwest in 2007 with the director who was in attendance. Said that a lot of people during the screening walked out, which is very, very rare at one of those shows, and said that it was right at the top of some of the worst movies he'd ever seen at that festival. I mean, there may be some people that love this. I don't know. I know that it's, aside from that one DVD release from Criterion, it's never been re-released, and it doesn't seem like there's a big calling for it to be re-released.
I mean, I could see somebody who was like super into film school and shit like that wanted to do like, you want to see like an ultra realistic kind of movie, you know what I mean? Where it was like you were there with the guy and there really was no big thing that happens in it or anything. It's just like a character study. And if that was your thing, then that's the only people I could see that would really like a movie like this. Because I mean, there's nothing that happens. There's no reason for this movie to exist, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, that is Frownland. It was not that easy to track down either. Like, this was not on YouTube or anything, and this is not a very well-known movie.
I can imagine most people don't request this movie. Yeah.
But we were requested this one to review, so that was the review. I think we both kind of hated it, to be honest with you. So I don't know if you were fucking with us, William, or you just really liked it. I mean, some people do like movies like this, I guess. I don't know. It has some pretty good ratings online too. There were people that really like this movie as well. But we were just, it's just not for us, I don't think.
I thought it was trash.
Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
not.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up, subscribe, and click that bell.
Hey folks, it's Oak Early Jaws. I might be banned off of YouTube, but that doesn't mean I can get you some great shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. First, we got Steve Benningfield post goes against our community standards in nudity or sexual activity. We got the deadpit.com shirt. We got Cardboard. We got L Lord. We got Tales from the Dark Side. We got Dead Pit. And we got a Princess Puffin shirt, boss. It doesn't get any fucking better. Brandon had the accident. Aww. But these shirts just get better and better, boss. You gotta go over to shop.deadpit.com and pick you up some shirts right fucking now. What are you fucking waiting for? Do it. Do it now, because Old Curly Jaw said so.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.